Okay, well, out on the table here in front of us, we have everything. Well, no, we don't. We don't have everything from our past couple days. We have a couple things from the past couple days of shopping. My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook. Sometimes I go picking with my boyfriend, sometimes it's my best friend Sue, and sometimes it's my kids. But at the end of the day, it's all about having fun and hopefully just maybe making a profit. The truth is, I'm just not really feeling all that great tonight. I grabbed what I could grab, which is not everything, but it's from the past 3 shopping videos. So it was when I went out by myself, it was with Sue at St. Vinny's, and it was also the Goodwill. So I have a couple things mixed in from everywhere, but I do not have everything. So I'll just preface the video by saying that. So I'm gonna try to get through this as quickly as possible. I like to go to bed. So it's gonna be like a speed haul, but I feel like we needed to do a haul tonight, despite me resisting very hard. And then not having a charged battery and having to wait for a battery to charge, so. It's been a long night. All right, so let's get through this stuff. Now, before I get into all of it, there are a few items on the table that you probably don't recognize, if you can even see them. Oh, you can't, can you? Oh. One of the items is this teapot. This is a nice teapot, you're thinking, probably. Look at those lines. So I sent Andrew to the Salvation Army to drop off a few things for a donation, and he decided to go shopping. And he picked up a teapot, a sugar, and a creamer. So I was pretty pleased with that. I brought those home today. He paid $6 for this, and then $4 each for the sugar and creamer. So that, what is that? Oh my gosh. So yeah, we've got like $14 into this, but the lines of it, I'm totally in love with. It is marked warranted 22 karat gold hand applied. So there is no actual mark on it, but it kind of reminds me of, I think it's Hall. There's a Hall like genie looking teapot that I really like the shape of. So this one kind of reminded me of that. I want to say I could get probably at least 40 for this set, at least 40. I'm hoping for a little bit more, but I just really liked that, so I decided to share that with. And he also bought this because he knows what these are now. So those of you who missed that video, these are 1980s washcloth little swans that you would set on your vanity, and you could roll up washcloths, and that's what this is. So paid $2 for this. Probably would expect like, I want to say 12 to 15 for this. So not terrible, but those were the 2 things that Andrew got today while he was out at the thrift store. So figured we'd cover those in this video. But now let's talk about the stuff that you guys saw when you were with me. And we'll go over that stuff. So let's see here on the table. Now I can't exactly tell you what I've paid for this stuff because the stickers are already gone. And I can't tell you this is how much I spent total because not everything's out on the table. But if you guys go back and watch the videos, you can see how much this stuff costs. So remember, these are thrift store prices, so I didn't pay insane amounts of this. But a couple days ago, I did go out thrifting by myself, and the prices were just kind of crazy. So I didn't get a whole lot. But we did get a lot of artwork, which I do not have out on this table because artwork is kind of funny. When I'm buying artwork, I usually buy artwork that I like, artwork that I wouldn't mind hanging on my walls, because if I can't sell it, it goes on my wall. So that's kind of how I approach artwork. I'm not expecting to find some Picasso or anything like that. I just buy what I like in art and I try to sell it. If it doesn't sell, it'll end up on my wall. So that's my whole philosophy with artwork. So it's really hard for me to put the artwork out on the table and say, well, look at this, you know, this is by such and such, and you know, so that's why I didn't bother to pull all the artwork out from our trips at the community aid. But we did get a couple things at the community aid. One of these, oh my gosh, gosh, you guys, I know you guys hate when I do that, and I apologize. Usually I film these late at night and I'm like delirious. I got this bulb planter. What I liked about this was the feet. And honestly, I can't remember what I paid for it. It was a couple dollars, but I would probably expect to get 18 to 22 for this. It's just a nice light pink planter, and I think the feet totally make it. If it didn't have feet, I probably would have passed on it, but the feet just add those lines that just make it something. But I guess it's a bulb planter. I don't know why they call it that. See, I can't keep plants alive, so I don't really have plants in my house because I kill them. I just can't. I can't do it. They all die. Everything dies. So we got that. And what else did we get? Is that all I have from Community Aid? Yeah, besides the art, we really didn't get a whole lot. It's kind of no. We got jewelry. I've got this. Now, I actually had these out on the table before we sat down for dinner, and I set them over there, so I know exactly where they were. I bought a couple pieces of jewelry. One of them being this flamingo pin, this little wreath, which I just love the sparkle on that, and a little parrot. So I bought these 3 pieces. These are unmarked. I bought them because I like birds, because the wreath was really sparkly, if I'm being totally honest. And they're pieces I would not mind being stuck with, but they are selling, and I'm already made my money back because I already have them listed. So already made my money back and then some, so I'm pretty pleased with that. But I really like just the sparkle of this piece. Even though it's not branded, the wreath just has some really nice sparkle to it. And the flamingo, or as my children call them, mingos. I did really like that too. So we got a couple nice pieces of jewelry. Nothing as outstanding as that statement cat necklace we got a while back, but it's all right. But yeah, that's pretty much, that was our trip to Community Aid. And then from there we went to the Goodwill, where we did a lot better. We got a silver fade set. I believe it was a salad set, and I don't actually have that out on the table, but we got that. We also picked up, oh, you know what? We had this little guy. We got this at Community Aid, and this little guy was actually $6, which is kind of crazy for a thrift store. I would expect that in an antique shop, to be honest. I bought it because I know I can get probably 12 to 15 for it and put it in the hands of somebody who would really love it and enjoy it. And I know a lot of my viewers love the animal planters, so I grabbed it. I'm not going to make a lot of money on it, but it's cute. so why not? I will make a little bit of money, but I won't make a lot of money on that, unfortunately. Not at $6. You can't really, there's not a whole lot of wiggle room there. But from there, like I was saying, we went to the Goodwill, and Goodwill prices were great. We got a few things. We got that salad set. We also got this. Now this piece has me a bit perplexed. I don't know if the ring light's gonna capture that for you guys. I don't even know. I might even have it upside down. But the bottom of this says McCoy. And I know McCoy made mixing bowls. I did not know that they made pots. So it's got me a little confused. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it's got, I really wish maybe you guys can see it. It definitely has the McCoy mark. So I don't know about this. I tried researching it and looking for other pieces. I couldn't find them. Maybe you guys know of other pieces that exist. There is some crazing on it. There are no chips or cracks, but there is wear on the glaze. And I just thought it was a really neat piece. So for that, I'd say I could at least get, I want to say $20 at least, but it could go for more because I can't find another one like it, so I just don't know. But I liked the contrast of the yellow and the black. I thought that was really fun. So, and then it's marked McCoy, so it was. What else do we have? I bought this little stork figurine. And I'm not exactly sure. I was kind of taking a closer look. It says made in Italy, but I almost wondered if this was intended for a fish tank, which sounds crazy, but some of the occupied Japan little castles are fish tank decoration. And this actually has like a castle looking thing. I don't know. It's probably not. I'm probably crazy. But I just thought it was weird that it had these openings here. So stork figurine, usually with my figurines I make 8 to 12, so we'll list that up. I like that it has the sticker that says made in Italy. That's always nice. What else do we get there? I got this Italy picture. I usually pick up things that are made in Italy. I like the quality of them. It's good quality, and I love the colors. Always bright colors, fun pieces, and of course it is marked. For this piece, I would expect to get $15 to $20. And I want to say I just paid the most $3 for that. So, what else do we have from the Goodwill? I think that might be it that we have out in front of us. I know there was more, but this is what we've got here in front of us. So, yeah. That was my solo trip. It was a good solo trip, but let's talk about the stuff that we got in the past 2 videos with Sue, because I was super stoked that we found a brand new thrift store, and the Halloween section was to die for. If you watched the video, I just kept for some reason I just kept gravitating back towards that Halloween section. I could not help myself. And the Anneliese Halloween collection was just screaming at me. I think the most we paid per piece was maybe I think for this piece we may have paid $15, but this is really tall, and it's a cat witch. Not to be confused with a sandwich. Oh, I cracked myself up. Was that a dad joke? Oh, I think that was. So this one's marked 1998. And it's a lot taller than the other ones. I would expect this one to go for more, because I've noticed a common theme in the Anneliese is when they're a little bit taller, those ones tend to go for more money. It's not always the case, but the taller ones, I was looking through it at different just common things that sell for more, and the height seems to be a common factor, that influences the price. So this one is taller. I would expect that one to go for more. Honestly, I don't know how much. I don't typically sell Anneliese. I just hoard them because growing up, my mom had a lot of Christmas Anneliese all around the house all the time. Well, not all the time, just around Christmas. So it's a nostalgia thing for me. I didn't even know that they made Halloween Anneliese until we went to the thrift store that day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So for all of the Anneliese and for the little hound planter that I do not know where that is, because it's been listed and whisked away into listing land. For everything, I believe our total spend was $60. So all the Anneliese and the planter were only $60, and a little pin, which I don't know where that ended up either. See, I'm a mess, and I warned you before I started this video that I was a mess. So I'll show you some of these little Anneliese that we've got. Most of them, they're I guess you could call them vintage, early 2000s, and that one, I think that one's the oldest at 1998. But nowadays that's considered vintage. So we've got this little guy, just a little trick-or-treater. It's actually a mouse with a kitty mask on it. Super cute. Oops. This little piece right here actually has the original tag. It says Triple Trouble 10-inch. This product was designed in Meredith, New Hampshire. And it's just 3 little mice, and they're all just like witches. It's kind of cute. We've got this witch. I thought she was fun. She's not like a cat or a mouse. She's legit a witch. But she's got this pouch with all these goodies in there. She's got like an eyeball and a potion and some fur of I don't know what. But she was really fun as well. So we got her. We've got this cute little black kitty cat. Oh my goodness. So cute. And the owl. I do think that out of all of these pieces, I am holding on to the owl. I actually had him sitting over on the table and I had to go grab him for the video. So of all of these pieces, the owl is the one I'm holding on to. So if you're looking for him, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I don't think I'll be listing him. And last but not least, we've got this little itty bitty, I don't know if she's a trick-or-treater. She doesn't seem to have a trick-or-treat bag, but she's dressed up like a witch as well. So we got all of those for about $60, which is great. I would expect to get probably $15 to $20 for each of them. Now I did say I paid $15 for the large one. The large one I would expect to get a lot more than 15 to 20, but the smaller one's probably 15 to 20. And we're gonna make some good money on these, I think. I'm pretty optimistic. And I can't do math in my head right now to say, am I being realistic right now, 15 to 20? Looking at what others have sold for, and I haven't actually looked up each individual piece. Some might sell for more than others, but I think they'll probably average out to about $20 a piece. So pretty thrilled with that. Now, I just have to resist hoarding them. Sam's already got a couple listed, so I just have to resist for the time being. Anyway, so those were the Anneliese. Very exciting. I was super excited for those, obviously. As well as this little bag of goodies. This is just some vintage Halloween decorations. There is a ghost, a skeleton, a pumpkin, and a black cat. It was a big string that says Happy Halloween, and then all of the little decorations, and this whole bag was $1. Now I would expect to get probably, I want to say $15 to $20 for this little bag of vintage Halloween decorations, because a lot of people like to decorate in vintage Halloween. I mean, and I think that's what the appeal of the Anneliese are as well, because they've kind of got this vintage appeal to them. At least that's how I feel. I always thought they did. They've got this vintage, I don't know, that's why I like them, I think. So that is pretty much everything that we got at St. Vinny's. Everyone was telling me that's what it's called. It's called St. Vinny's. Okay, fine. That's everything we got there. And then we went to the Goodwill. We went to the Goodwill this time. And we got some goodies there. One of the pieces we got was this. It was actually in the Halloween section, and I kind of expected it to be one of those, the books from Hocus Pocus. Like, I kind of glanced at it and I expected it to be like a Hocus Pocus book, and then my eyes came back to it. I'm like, wait, no, that has nothing to do with Halloween. What is that? So this is actually really cool. Unfortunately, I believe that when it was packed, I don't remember this when I picked it up, but it's got a puncture wound there, and a scratch across it. And I kind of suspect that may have happened when it was packaged, unfortunately. So that's kind of a bummer, but I don't believe I paid very much for it, so I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. But there's like old paper in there. I mean, it's vintage, and it's this wood binding. Very neat piece. I don't know how much I would expect to get for something like this, because I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I would expect to get at least $20 for it. Hopefully more. Oh, I forgot our ashtray. So we picked this up at St. Vinny's as well. And the reason I bought this, oh, it's marked on the bottom. Oh, it's marked Italy. Oh, okay. Well, that just throws off my theory, doesn't it? It's marked Italy on the bottom. But the reason I grabbed it is because when I looked at it, it reminded me of that glass from Israel. And I can't think of the name of it, but they have this very muted kind of watercolor looking glass. It's very beautiful glass. Theirs, I think, has a bit more density to it. I don't know if that makes sense. This one is a lot more diluted. but it's an ashtray, and I just thought it was really neat. And of course, I do see the Italy mark now. It's embossed on there. It's not written on there, so that's interesting. I might have to look that up now, because before I was looking up, I couldn't say for certain. I'm like, I think that's the glass from Israel, but I don't know. Now I know it's from Italy, so I'm not sure how much that would sell for. It's an ashtray, and it's hard to say. I'd say at least $15. Okay, what else do we got? We got this at St. Vinny's as well. So I said $60 for all of this stuff, but it includes this and the ashtray and the Hound Dog Cleaner that we don't have. Now this is made by HomeCo. We've actually picked up this exact same Hound Dog in the past, and his tail was broken. I don't know if you remember. So first thing I looked at when we grabbed this one was if his tail was broken, and it's not. He's just adorable. He kind of, I don't know if it's a basset. Kind of makes me think of a train walker coonhound. It's marked 1983. I would expect to get, I want to say 15 to 18 for this. He is too cute. Maybe I'm just saying that because I love hound dogs. I don't know. Where were we? Let's talk about mugs. Now these are Odagiri. I'm almost certain they very much strike me as Odagiri. Now Odagiri either had embossed, but some of them had stickers. So a lot of the times you'll come across them and somebody will have removed the stickers. So it's hard to say yes or nay. Those are Odagiri. Almost 100% positive these are Odagiri, just because I find them a lot and I know what they look like. And I'm pretty certain. These right here, I want to say I probably paid $1 a piece. That's usually, somebody just crashed. Maybe. No, it's just a truck. People crash a lot in front of our house. That's why sometimes I'll stop the video and say, did somebody just crash? As you guys know, somebody drove into the creek the other, like a couple weeks ago. Anyway, I think I paid $1 a piece for these. And I would expect probably, I want to say, to get like 8 to 12 for these. All right, where are we? Is that everything? No, of course it's not. We've got the Abraham Lincoln sun catcher that really, it's not being done justice because the ring light is shining this way. So I get to see it in all its glory, but you do not. But this is an image of Abraham Lincoln, and you guys can't even see it. But it is, it's a sun catcher. I paid $1 for it. I would expect this to go for $15 to $20. An Abraham Lincoln sun catcher. No, I could not find another one like it. I do believe that this is just an artist piece, painted by somebody, but it is not signed. And we've got a burlap bag. I pick these up all the time, and usually they sell between $15 and $20. I believe they were kits, and people could actually stitch in the yarn and make a design. So these were actually kits that people would make them. The last bag I found $2 in it. I was so thrilled. Unfortunately, this one does not have an inner pocket, so there was no chance of finding $2. Just a little bummed. But I would expect 15 to 20 for this. And I believe I paid $5 for it. And this, Sue picked this out, actually, and she handed it to me, and I was like, oh, is that for me? She's like, yes. I'm like, oh my gosh. This tray is absolutely beautiful. I come across these a lot. They're hand painted. They're usually very pretty, but what adds to this one is there is very thinly sliced abalone, mother of pearl, I guess you could say, and it just adds this iridescence to the flowers. Like when the tray moves, I don't even know if you guys would be able to see it, but it's just on some of the flowers, not all of them, and you can actually see where it's raised when you hold it a certain way. But I wish it was bigger. If it was a bigger tray, that would be awesome. It's just a little tiny tray, but it's got a lot of character, and I really like this piece. This, I would expect probably to go for 15 to 20 because of the added detail to it. It's not just painted. It's got those shells and that iridescence. Now, last but not least, this is the last thing I have on the table. I know I warned you we were missing some stuff. Are these. And I am so perplexed by these. We started off this video saying, you know, artwork, I don't know. And I'm gonna end this video with artwork, I don't know. I really liked these pieces and they've got me stumped. They are water on the water piece, all of them. Maybe not this one actually. This one I'm not entirely sure of. There's so much black space on this one that I can't really figure out what's going on. I believe it's just trees, like maybe some trees in the woods. And it does have a mark on it. It is signed, and Andrew and I were looking at it. I think it says MB Harris. I could not find any artist called MB Harris online, but we've got 3 pieces of art. This one doesn't appear to be signed either. So maybe it was just the one that was signed. But I just thought they were really neat pieces. I like the black and white. I thought that was very interesting. I don't know if you consider it pop art, because pop art I usually think of being very colorful and like, but yeah, they're interesting pieces. So I'm not sure how much those would go for, but I paid $3 a piece for them. So I'll have to list them and see how they do. But anyway, this was our last 3 days. I'm sorry I did skip one haul video and then it kind of messed me up. And then I wasn't feeling good tonight. I was going to skip another one and I'm like, I can't keep skipping them. I just have to suck it up and do it. But tomorrow we are going to the flea market. I'm very excited. We missed last week because we were at an event up in northern New York. So I'm excited for the flea market tomorrow. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. And yeah, I think tomorrow, tomorrow is, you're seeing this video, but the next day I'm going to be posting the flea market video from 2 weeks ago. So you guys have that to look forward to. And then we've got 6 boxes of unboxing to do. So, ooh, gets me all excited. Anyway, I'm going to go edit this video. I'm going to hit the hay and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, before I end this video, I just wanted to add a quick note that most of you know that my dad is a pastor and his congregation is currently moving into a new church building. It is a 1700s church that they will be renting from our local arts council. Now, the local arts council is running an auction to raise funds for a lot of the arts programs that they have and for upkeep on this church because it is a really old church and it needs to have a little TLC. So I've agreed to donate 2 vases to auction and the funds of which will go towards their programs and their fundraising. So I'm going to be auctioning off these art glass vases. They are custard vases. They glow on UV. I'm going to be auctioning them off on my eBay site over the next 5 days. Today is October 10th, 2019. It will end on October 15th, 2019. But you can go check that out over on my eBay. There's a link down below. Simultaneously, they are running their own auction on a website, which I've also linked down below. They have lots of really nice artwork, watercolors. They have some other odds and ends, some antiques, I do believe. But that auction is ending on October 19th, 2019. So you can go check that out. Again, the link is down below. But the proceeds from all of these auctions are going to their programs and their mission. So go check that out. Links are down in the description, and I'll see you guys later. My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook.